Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is attention. And this may be one of the more controversial words of the day I've done in a while. So I'm just going to say that my dear friend Britt Bulnick from In Arms Coaching put me up to it. So Britt and I were having a conversation just the other day about our president and about particularly how baffling his behavior can be at times, and how it seems that sometimes he will do things that are so provocative and seems to get such a negative reaction that it's like, why would anybody want to do this? So I was telling Britt about how when I was in seminary, I learned something that makes sense in regards to this. And that is that the human psyche needs to be connected to other human beings. We are pack animals. We are tribal creatures. We thrive on attention. We thrive on recognition. We thrive on being affirmed, acknowledged, witnessed, seen, validated. That we need to be confirmed in our existence. And that it is actually more damaging to the human psyche for us to be ignored, for us to be what is called disconfirmed, than it is for us to get negative attention. And so what follows is that if you have children who are growing up in a family or a situation where they're being completely ignored and neglected, what children learn really early on is that it is better to act out and get negative attention than it is to not get any attention at all. And so a lot of times in situations where kids are being neglected, they will do things in order to get some kind of reaction, to provoke a reaction, so that they will not continue to be ignored. So when I look at what's going on with our current president and see this kind of behavior and think about this, it makes sense to me, considering what I know is that he grew up in a very powerful family with very busy people, that it seems that it's entirely possible that he wasn't getting the amount of attention that he needed. And it also seems that at some point along the way, he learned that acting out is a way to get attention. And it certainly seems that he thrives on attention, whether it is positive attention or negative attention. As long as he's getting attention, that seems to be what really matters. So what I see when I watch this person is a 5-year-old who is desperately, desperately hungry for attention. The challenge is that this is also the leader of America, and that this is somebody who has a great deal of power and a great deal of ability to make a lot of decisions for our country, and who can cause profound harm to many other people because of his needs either getting met or not getting met. So one of the things that I think can be really important is for us to not engage with that need for attention, particularly not to engage emotionally, because every time we feed that need for attention emotionally, we are contributing to that energy as well. Now, I'm not saying ignore the behavior, not hold things accountable, not pay attention, because there are things that need to be paid attention to. There are things that need to be held accountable to. There are phone calls that need to be made to our senators. We need to be donating to charitable causes that are helping to make a difference. We need to do the things that we can do to continue to hold people accountable for inappropriate behavior. But we don't have to be outraged. We don't have to be irate. We don't have to get emotionally invested in it in the same way, because that's where we are contributing energy to the attention in a way that is feeding him, and in a way that is contributing to this cycle of perpetual negative behavior to get more attention. Conversely, what I would like to offer and invite you to join me in is the possibility of cultivating love and cultivating compassion for that very wounded little 5-year-old that I at least see every time I watch him. That there is a little guy in there who wants attention desperately, and how sad that he will go to any lengths to get that attention. But instead of continuing to give that little guy all that negative attention that is only causing him harm and causing our country harm, what if we start working on cultivating love? What if we start praying for him? What if we start cultivating compassion for the woundedness that is motivating his behavior? And again, we rise up and cease to be triggered by his little guy behavior. Like, we work to not have our own inner children react to his inner kid, but instead we rise up to be the adults who acknowledge what's going on and offer love, offer compassion, and then calmly respond to the behavior by saying, this is unacceptable and we need to hold this accountable. Now, ordinarily, I would be asking a question, but right now, this is much more about a suggestion and an invitation. So the only question I think I would ask you is, would you care to join me in sending compassion and love to this little guy who desperately needs attention? And would you be willing to put down the outrage, to put down the feeling irate, to put down all the clickbait in order to remain calmer, in order to remain more grounded, and in order to not continue to feed this vicious cycle of need for negative attention? So that's about all I have to say about all of this. If you feel like making a comment, please leave it below. And until next word of the day, I am wishing you peace, I am wishing you ease, and I am wishing you the calmness of the adult who can look at this with perspective and not get triggered or react to that little guy who is acting out all the time right now. So, in the meantime, if you haven't already done it, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jennifer Moore, Modern Medicine Lady, and I will be eternally grateful for your help to get these videos out into the world. So especially, I guess, this very controversial one. So please like it, please share it, and please pass it along to other people who would find it useful. Thank you so much, and until next word of the day, I wish you peace.